Equity markets always foolishly bake in something that's definitely going to happen in the future. What is that, and what will they get wrong for 2017?
3 rate hikes in the US. I'm going to use the US again. I think they could do 4, maybe even 5. The Fed do not want to get behind the curve. Inflation's raising its head. In 1994, we saw US Fed push rates up from 3% to 6%. They don't want to make that mistake again. They will be ahead of the curve.
I think that's US growth. I think the markets have extrapolated and expecting a lot from Trump, and I think they'll be disappointed.
Well, I would say global growth, but that seems like a crowded commentary trade. So I would say China. It seems like the world is too sure that China will continue to grow at the pace it has.
I'm positive on residential housing. I think the next 12 months could be quite strong. Interest rates are going to stay low. I think the doomsdays will be wrong on resi housing for the next year.
Well, a very rapid certainty that's developed in the market is that bond yields are going to continue to rise next year. And from where we sit at the moment, I think that's not a certainty and might not necessarily happen. And therefore, the sell-off we've seen in bond proxies, which are expected to continue to derate, might not occur.
I think the concept that commodity prices now have recovered, they'll stay here. I think at some stage there'll be a correction down, and that will hurt some of those share prices, BHP, Rio and the smaller ones.
Toll road traffic always goes up.
Okay, watch out for those infrastructure plays.
I've been scratching my head on that one, but I reckon it comes down to Sydney and Melbourne property. There's still a degree of optimism there amongst investors that prices will just keep going up. At least if you look at the flows of money going into the property market, and I think that's going to be wrong. I think in units we're going to see price falls, and I think we're going to see a quite big loss of momentum as we go through the year in terms of average house prices. And in fact, by the time we get to the end of the year and into 2018, I think prices will be coming down.